Hello everyone, welcome back to Genshin Impact. I am Yutu, welcome to YutuGaming. Yes, we're going to continue some more story quests in Genshin Impact. I have a lot to catch up on. I can see the entire screen is filled with quests I need to do. So I accidentally ran to Farazan's quest, so I guess we're gonna do that now. I keep doing this.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now. I feel for Madame Farazan, but I still want to ask her to come with us.
Hello,
If I get her in
Zeros.
trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
How has your day been?
But if someone does complain to the academia, wouldn't it make Farazan's situation more awkward?
I am doing alright. Took me a while to get streaming today, but I was feeling a bit like sluggish, but I'm good now. Also, hello Tommy.
And if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her. Do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes?
I do have the makings of an idea.
Okay then, I'm counting on you.
Huh. I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
What name game? This is Genshin Impact.
Madame Farazan, we're back! Sorry for asking again, but are you sure you can't go to Party's DI today?
Well, since you're asking me so sincerely, let's just ignore the academia and...
Please, Madame Farazan, focus. Today's the deadline.
Actually, Tainari wants to invite her over to discuss some research.
Huh?
Yes. I see. No wonder he sent you two over. Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he? Otherwise, I would have reported it as part of my research.
Yeah, that's right! Master sent us over to explain everything to you.
Wait. Opportunities for collaborative research don't just come out of thin air. This seems like too much of a coincidence. Also, there isn't much overlap between Madame Farazan's research and that of Amorta, right? What will you even be collaborating on?
Master wants to research,
A fully automated irrigation system.
A fully automated irrigation system?
That's what she said.
Precisely. It's a system that can automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved. I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists? Why haven't I heard of it before?
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write an official proposal to the academia later. That should do it, right?
An official proposal. Fine. We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway. I'll go inform my superiors now. Please do take care of the paperwork as soon as possible. Don't delay this any longer.
Sure. I'll be sure to needle him until he gets it done.
Research for Leaves, clearly still having some doubts.
Phew. I think she bought it.
Yeah, it's quick thinking back there.
Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madame Farazan, did you really find an irrigation system 100 years ago?
Ugh.
If the academia asks for any details...
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so it wouldn't be too surprising if I've forgotten a few details, no?
Huh? Then how will we explain things to them?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the academia. If I'm right, the request he has in store for me won't be any simpler than the academia nonsense.
Okay. Alright. Also, I spied something during the cutscene that I want to go do real quick. What was it? I saw it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so... Oh, we'll be back in a second. No, that's underground, damn it. Nah, why do I keep doing that? Blah, blah. Alright, boop. Dang it. No! Fuck. I want to go up. There you go. Uppies. There it is. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't understand that. I seriously wonder, like, how much of the actual game file, like, consists of nothing but audio files. Like, what percentage of the total is just audio? It's just absurd.
Order guide you. Quake!
And Shroud! I'll approve you!
Alright.
Smells like something good is inside.
Smells like something's good inside. Alright. Blah blah blah. Blobbity blobbity. Teleport. Port Ormos. So I need to check out this. Like, is this a... I need to complete the quest to Splinter's Sky that day. I don't know what quest that is. Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Me too. Whoa, almost drowned.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler
Wait.
who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat, right?
That's the wrong quest, that's wrong.
Asking, do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we aren't always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here.
Let me see this letter. I'm really curious who could have sent it.
Of course, here it is. All yours.
Come on, Paimon wants to have a look too.
It's been a while. How have you been? I've heard that the two of you are traveling to Sumeru, and I happen to be in Port almost on official business. Lately, I've been stopping by Jafar Tavern for a drink or two every afternoon. If luck's on my side and this letter successfully reaches you, come to me and then we can catch up on old times. We'll see if it's a fated encounter. Your trusty buddy, Kaya. Oh, Kaya.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well.
Yeah, this is definitely Kaya style.
From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Well, no harm done. It'll be nice to catch up with him.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Yes. Crap.
This was a first for me. It's a good thing luck was on my side.
Alright, shit. I did the wrong one. No! Do this one. Alright, there we go. Yay! I need to go to parties. Artists? I forgot the name of it.
Master, we're back!
Yeah.
Huh? Where did he go?
You don't have to shout. I can hear you. Well, you got here much faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
Onto others? What does that mean?
We can discuss that later. You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please follow me.
Acoustica. Hello. Carcata.
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while back. Its name is Carcata. It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself. It's uncommon that a Spontamod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around, we could probably chat the day away. What a shame.
Oh, Lou.
Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look.
Is Carcata sick?
Carcata has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses conducted by Spontamod before, so I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Carcata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further. But Madame Farazan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here.
Carcata.
Can you all go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Farazan.
Who knew that I'd encounter a mechanical life form in this manner after 100 years?
I didn't know mechanical life forms could get sick too. You have to get better soon, Carcata.
You were like deathly afraid of it like 10 seconds ago.
We'll wait here till Farazan finishes her inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about her.
I also wanted to ask her about her past.
Her past, huh? Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you. I've told you before that she had disappeared for 100 years, right?
Right.
From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
Trapped?
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin, but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code. Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind. After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
she doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape. When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again. The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago. And because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed. Everyone she knew and everyone who knew her was already gone. In the end, even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence. Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want others to pity her because of past events. Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error. As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within expectations. Even after going through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research. Due to changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Farazan is a true senior researcher, in every sense of the word. She has her own deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
I see.
Master, Madame Farazan's done.
Oh, let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this. If my guess is correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It has collected parts before, yes.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it. If I'm not wrong, Karkata's issue lies with its restitution module. Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins?
The creators of the ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it. The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Energy consumption? Maintenance?
For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear. This is going to be a problem. Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata. But like I just said, the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available. Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
You mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Well, that is indeed possible.
But the desert's huge! How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs?
According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately?
The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
Where's the archaeology team currently stationed?
His name is Raid. I think he's stationed at the northeast part of the Hypostyle Desert. Let's go look for him once Karkata settles down.
Oh, you and Kale should probably stay. Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stay to look after it. Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said that you pawned it off to someone else. Wait. Don't tell me.
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
A fully automated irrigation system. That's quite the task.
Master, can I help with anything at all? I can go buy things. Prepare pen and paper.
Oh, you know, I seem to remember that you have a lot of homework today.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I do.
Well, hurry up and finish it so you can sleep early, or Farazan will worry. That's the best thing you can do now to help.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What is this?
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
She's a researcher from the academia.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid told us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
Damage the site? I've excavated more ruins than you've visited restaurants. Which batch of students is Raid from? I want to see him right now.
He isn't at the campsite now. You should all leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
What a stubborn guy.
Let's wait for the researcher to come back first.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you?
Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
That machine looks amazing! Could it be the legendary Ruin Wanderer? The location seems to fit too. Might that legend actually be true?
The ruins? Don't know anything. We were only hired to deliver water and supplies to them. Forget excavation. They won't even let us get close to the camp where they're staying.
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason. They say that this was done by a single traveler? But seriously, is such a thing even humanly possible?
After asking around, Farazan starts to organize the information she has gathered.
Well, I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you?
The machine they speak of.
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first time I've heard that name. But that wreckage did seem a bit weird.
What's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
Huh? What are you guys doing back here?
I want to learn more about the legend of the Ruin Wanderer.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all, it's a tale that's over a decade old. It's said that this monster, the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring. Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins. Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend has since faded into memory. You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer nowadays, but it was famous for centuries.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Wait, back then?
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from...
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological expedition. I'd heard of you at the Academia, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Truly, it is an honor. And this must be the famous traveler, I presume. What brings the two of you here?
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
You're right, sir. I'll get back to work now.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe that you too, Madam Faruzan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey.
I'm not tired.
I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately. It's getting late and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest. Why don't you find a place to spend the night first? We can continue our discussion tomorrow. There's a tent that the villagers occasionally use to rest. It's a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Since you need to rest as well, let's do just that.
Okay.
There's a tent that the villagers occasionally use to rest. Like I said, it's a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them? This suits us just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either. Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries. At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen years ago?
Yes. The timing coincides with the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
The restitution modules.
That's right. Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
Oh, hello, Pikachu Star. Pikachu Star. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing better today. You've seen such life forms before?
Well, this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine about the same size as Karkata, actually. It couldn't carry heavy objects or fight, and was only able to help me record some notes. It also helped me deliver letters home. I found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
A mechanical life form from 100 years ago. It's no longer around?
Honestly, people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Good job! Yay! I congratulate you on your affiliate. Why didn't you go and investigate earlier?
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently, and he'd get away scot-free. If the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata. Anyway, we should figure out what they're planning before making our next move. They insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant. Are those sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow. Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
No problem.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Why isn't the tent here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering such a huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't have to deal with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
You two,
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
What's this delivery I hear you're having trouble with?
It's nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along with a few people, have been left there. Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discussing that over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
There are people who'd steal these relics?
Well, these things are antiques after all.
Like you?
There will always be people interested in buying them. I hired so many people precisely because I was worried about that happening. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night? Also, where's Faruzan? Why isn't she with you?
I'm right here. Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that one task took forever, so I came to check in on the situation.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
Heading back already?
Yes. We came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
Was I mistaken?
Thanks for dealing with them. Now, I found something good on my end. These are the excavation records from their campsite. According to them, the ruins have been raided before, with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered. I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years. There's no doubt that the wreckage and the ruins don't belong to the same era. Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago. It could have fallen into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it. I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did.
Oh, thank you, Zeros. Yes, more water for me. I need more. Actually, I'm gonna drink. Oh! I don't know why I freaked out when I did that. What? Are you serious? The straw? The straw's like messing with my face. Okay, sorry. I'll have some energy drink instead. Just keep myself awake. Ugh.
The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time to decipher. The answer may lie within those pages.
You can decipher coded messages.
It's just wordplay. And if anything, that's my wheelhouse.
Farazan gets to work deciphering the code.
Just a bit more. Ah, I see now.
Help! Please help!
Oh my god, it's attacking.
Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
What's that sound? Is it?
It's a wandering again.
The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated? That's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism? Never mind. We have to focus on saving lives first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer.
The restitution module. I am the traveler. Stop. Stop.
What? It ignored the traveler?
Why is it chasing after us?
What could have caused it to reactivate? It to give chase?
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
Oh shit. Oh, well, it's done.
It stopped?
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on!
But what if it suddenly moves?
You good-for-nothings! Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself. Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
Farusan, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
You wrote these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
It's not mine.
January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold. January 10th, 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So, tent is your code name for relics.
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it. When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the Ruin Wanderer, you tried to switch in wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste, however, you accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer instead. Did I get that all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge, nor do you have respect for mechanical life forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Raid!
Behind you?
Oh no! Raid, watch out! He's gonna give you the big mechanical smooch. Oh god, is he dead?
Why is it moving again?
Oh, he is.
Run!
He got consumed. Farazan!
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing
I don't
my
need a
knowledge on
reminder.
mechanical
I
life
heard
forms
this
I've
literally
seen
like
before.
5 minutes ago.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then.
Come on.
It could only have been around for a few decades at
I
most.
don't need a flashback. It wasn't that long
Why
ago.
is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
And it's done. Again. Hello.
Long time no see, Tamimi.
Tamimi. Dude, is Raid dead? Holy shit. I told you not to. Now look, so many people worried, even Tamimi. Messy scribblings have been repeatedly cancelled and edited, leaving barely legible phrases and a single neat message on the back. Hurry up and come home for a meal. Your mom always makes an extra portion of food, you know? Tamimi's remodeling is going smoothly as it is now. If you can learn how to deal with various dangerous situations in the rooms on its own, I wish you could see it with your own eyes. As I worked, I kept thinking that you do a better job at these than after all, you're the most exceptional student I've ever met. This one? No. Ah, shit. Dang it, not the off. Okay, not the off one, not the yellow one. The neat one. There you go. Dear Madame Farazan, the notes and manuscripts we found at Tamimi have been transcribed and organized, and every one of them has been marked with your name. I hope that even after 100 years, future generations of students will still remember your name, Madame Farazan. Oh. Alright. Got achievement for that.
Dear Farazan, I hope you're doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead. But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi, so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you. I don't know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home. I regret not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you. My dear daughter.
Welcome home, Farazan. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time. I've safely received the letters. Your work is done now. You can sleep.
That's...
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. One decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me.
You know, they had all passed on. They still prayed for your safe return. Dead.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Tamimi?
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence. And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace. Tainari told you what happened to me, right?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result. However, finding out that so many people were affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardistii first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
Okay. Farazan's head hangs low in silence. The desert breathes gales of winds, and the only sound that can be heard is the scattering rise of spreading grains. There's like a big bloodstain back here. Some dude being trampled. Nope. Alright. Any but. I guess I'll head back. Tainari!
You're back!
Ah, how was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Farazan?
She's dead! Tell the whole truth. You tell everyone everything that happened in the desert.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago. But
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here. And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
Wait 1 day later. Okay. Man, how long is this? It's a hangout quest. Why is it so long? This feels like a character story quest.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Farazan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape. Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
Madame Farazan, did these parts come from...
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything. But no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines. Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
All right. I'll do my best to help.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better. And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
Repaired. Yay. Save. Okay. Oh, then that almost took an hour. Holy crap. That was supposed to be the quick one. Alright, let's do the next event, I guess. I was like, I'll knock out this Farazan one real quick, and it's like a full fucking like hour-long movie. Oops. Wait. So I poked my head into this new area over here, and there's something quite crazy in the sky over here. I don't know when you'll be able to see it. Oh, there's also a thing over here. Grab that? I like the perfect angle to grab this. And wow. There it is. What the hell is that all about? We're gonna find out. Okay, hold on to this for a minute. When we passed this way a moment ago, Paimon heard some kind of bonk-a-donk noise. There should be a treasure buried in the desert here somewhere. It'd be a shame if we missed out on it. Paimon's getting excited already. Let's check it out.
Gather.
You got it. Bonk-a-donk. What the hell are you talking about?
Rise.
Oh, okay. I'm nailing it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Alright, everybody dies now.
Stabilize.
One with the forest. Yeah. So, I hear everything. Yeah. So. Yeah.
This is order.
Dissipate!
And shroud. Why is there a chest here?
Who's attacking me? Oh, this guy?
So, can't see?
Okay. Anyway. Silly. It's been a while since I've actually explored the world of Genshin on stream. I usually do it off stream. But, why not? I'll do it on stream this time because it's tied to an event. So. Oh? Yeah. Pause the video here if you want to read this. Okay. Wait, where'd the Sealy go? Alright. Oh, that's right. There's these new enemies. They're like rogue Healy Churls. They look cool. They like have a really cool design to them. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
He's fucking cool looking.
And shroud.
Solidify.
Stop right there! Up!
I'll uproot you. Smells like something good is inside.
A treasured flower. More notes.
Right.
Oh,
One with the forest.
Our bond is strong!
Attaboy!
pause the video here if you want to read this. Okay. Chest. Oh, the ceiling must activate that one. What are those things? Oh, no, oh, the snake guys.
I'm on a roll. Woohoo! Bam!
Who are you? This is no place for you. Please go back. Oh, what is this? Some kind of new mineral?
Attaboy!
Tricerite. Tricheria. Tricheria. I don't know. That was called Tricerite.
Stand with me!
I'll take my...
I think we can forego the lost and found report.
Ooh, new artifact set. Okay. I've fallen behind a bit on Genshin. I don't even know what those artifacts do. That's not what I'm interested in right now. That thing's what I'm interested in. I can climb this cactus. Oh, Gib.
Gather!
Our bond is strong!
And trap! Let's roll! Oh, coming through! I'm on a roll. Woohoo!
I need to head towards the nearest statue, because otherwise I'm gonna be lost. Okay. This way. Let's kind of hit things as I see it. On our way over to the Statue of the Seven, heading towards this giant purple portal hanging in the sky, dripping what looks to be like a structure or sand or ice. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm sure it's fine.
Can't catch me.
And there's nothing out here. I chose the wrong path. That thing is crazy. Can I, like, get too close to this thing? Is that thing I should worry about? Kind of looks like the end of Final Fantasy VII, where the meteors in the live stream are having, like, a power struggle. That's really cool, though.
I will have order. Can't see.
This way! Lightning Sheriff!
Let's nip that in the bud.
I I think we can forego the lost and found report.
What is that thing? Oh, a sparkly rock? I got a boot? What's that? I can't break this thing.
Bam!
Stand with me!
One with the forest.
Interesting. Okay. What is this? Some kind of new collectible?
Crumble!
I can't collect it.
Can't see? Yeah.
You mean to just shoot this thing?
Keep up.
Collect it, maybe? Doesn't do anything. Alright. Alright, whatever. Let's get to the statue. I'm sure that all things will be revealed once I find out what's going on in this place.
Keep up.
Dissipate!
One with the forest. It's showtime! Let's roll! I'm on a roll. Woohoo!
What is this thing? What is that thing? There's so many things.
Attaboy! Can't see?
Oh, do I have a Shrine of the Depths key? I do not. Should definitely mark that once I get map function. Wait, so I passed it? I think it's underground. Because now it's saying I'm too high off the ground. No, let's get this one first.
One with the forest. The sky is clear and the sun is shining. Time to get the Oni Kabuto out for some training. Come on, little guy, let's go.
The world opens up itself before those with noble hearts. Yay! Okay, so you want that at least. Wait, where's the quest I was supposed to do to get... I completely passed it. I'm the biggest dumbass ever. Oh, okay. Found it, found it! Paimon wonders what it is. A mysterious drum. Those one has a crown marking on it. Huh? Aw, come on, this is no treasure. It's just some tattered old drum. I don't know what it could be used for either. If we brought this one back to the academia... That's right, they might want to hear more about something we found in the desert. Paimon's not all interested in studying stuff, but we could make a little this and that off their budget, huh? Hold on, there's a note over there by the side. Might hold some clues. Oh, good God. It's time I've been commissioned to try to find a local order and obtain information about something known as the Sign of a Potion. I must say that the remuneration seems quite outsized when compared to the mission content. I hope I won't get caught up in any trouble. I reached the entrance to the Temur Mountains with the help of my mercenary, but he refused to continue on, saying that this was the border of a war. Must be some sort of desert dweller superstition. Contrary to what I was told, it seems that these Nargarjunites are not very friendly with the outsiders. Looks like I'll have to try infiltrating their ranks. I finally managed to get out. Thankfully, these people are pretty civilized, so I managed to get away with my life. As I thought, these high remuneration commissions have always just something fishy going on. Looks like an adventurous work. It doesn't suit people who just want to earn some quick mora. I'll just leave this drum here. Maybe someone will pick it up. That way, I guess I won't be total disappointment, Miss Catherine. Pharmacy, huh? Seems to be left over by some adventurer. The Sign of a Potion? Paimon's not super sure what this guy's talking about, but he's sure is irresponsible leaving a commission unfinished just because it's hard. But since that's how things are, let's hand this drum over to Catherine and let her reassign someone to complete. Whatever commission this was. Oh, yeah. I need to go back to Catherine anyway. Cory Bontities, Madonna. Hello there, Yutina. How have your recent travels gone? They've gone quite well, thank you. I've heard about your previous adventures. It seems that you've become very experienced. As long as you keep going, I believe that it will be only a matter of time before you become a truly great adventurer. Speaking of adventures, we found this one on one of ours. This was left by some irresponsible adventurer. We thought it had been Ugh, my eyes are blurring. Blah. We thought it'd be bad if the commission he never took got resolved, so we brought it back here. Mysterious drum. This one has a crown. Indeed, this item is a key to a particular commission. Thank you very much. The commission linked to this drum is a very important one from the academia, and is also critical to the expansion of our operations. Unfortunately, though, we have previously given this commission to various talented adventurers. They have all invariably failed. A commission from the academia. Well, this is an issue that even the academia cannot solve, so we did expect a relatively high failure rate. I see Paimon's getting kind of curious now. What sort of commission is this anyway? Simply put, a recent star observation by researchers from the academia led to the discovery that the northern skies have become blocked by a strange heretofore unseen phenomenon. Concerned that this would be a great impact on the accuracy of any astrological calculations, the academia immediately put together people to investigate. This resulted in them delving into ancient records, within which they found mention of a strange phenomenon known as the Sign of a Potion, which bears strong similarities to the recent occurrence. According to these records, the celestial sign appeared after the disaster that engulfed most of Tibet 500 years ago. Although the circumstances of its eventual disappearance are unclear, its position has been determined to near the Temur Mountains, at the northernmost regions of the desert. However, that area has only ever been sparsely populated. Even when the ancient desert realms were at their peak, they did not extend that far. And after that cataclysm 500 years ago, that place was one of the areas worst affected by the encroaching abyss due to its being connected to an ancient underground realm. Since then, it has been declared a restricted zone by the academia. The only people who still live there is a mysterious star shine known by the academia as the Nargarjunites. Huh, mysterious star shine, you say? If even you call it mysterious, Catherine, it's gotta be something super mysterious. Though they seem like legends to be the average person, they were once a Darshan of academia, albeit one that split off 500 years ago. Then the researchers who wished to fight the monsters from the abyss banded together and traveled to the depths of the desert, and the Nagar Junites are an organization comprised of the people who stayed there in the end. That said, it has been many years since then. They have branched off further and further from the academia. They even seem to have developed their own academic traditions. It seems that they also worship a form of energy known as Kavarana. This energy communicates with them in the form of spirits. Well, I feel I'm going a bit off topic now. The academia believes that this faction is strongly related to the celestial sign. However, they have not been able to establish contact with this group, and as such, have commissioned the guild to assist in their investigations. This is a win-win situation for us as well. Ruins related to the Khanria are located nearby, but exploration in that area has been declared taboo by the academia until now. If this commission is a success, perhaps we'll be able to participate in future expeditions to those ruins. Since you have heard me say this much, why don't you take this commission on? Well, since Khanria is involved. So after all that, it sounds like we just need to look for those whatever-ites, right? Sounds like that'd be pretty easy. We got some more from the Academia, too. Yes, that drum you picked up was originally given to us by the Academia to be used as a token of good faith in our dealings with the Nagar Junites. Just give it to the organization's leader. It stands to reason that they will have some way to solve this problem. I'll be leaving this task in your hands, then. I'll mark the rough position of the Timber Mountains for you. Ad Astra Abasask, traveler. May you inscribe a new legend in the desert sands. Yay! Uh-oh. This is not going to be a talkie quest, is it?
Ad Astra Ab.
Hold on a second. There's only one thing worse than listening to 3 to 6 hours of dialogue, and that's voicing it yourself. So I am not going to do that. Any quest that doesn't have spoken dialogue, I will be doing off stream because it is too much work for my voice, and I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I'm not doing it. Can't make me. But I had to complete the damn quest to do this one. Ugh. Hey, hold on a second. That must be the sign of a Pausha. How do you say that? A huge hole with loads of horrid stuff oozing out of it. And I didn't get to read the rest of that, but it's okay. It's the sigh. He's home. He's got his hands on his hips and is looking at me menacingly. As he does every day of my life. Oh, I've been kissed. Oh. Thank you. Oh, we're finally at the place that Catherine mentioned. The desert appears pretty different from what we've seen before. There are strange creatures all over the place. Let's see if we can find a campsite nearby. Oh, looks like there's someone over there. Let's go ask them. How the hell?
Can't catch me.
No, we're not doing this. I don't want to do that. You know what? Decisions. So this is gonna be something that's more prolonged than I thought it was gonna be. So. Yeah, okay, so we're actually gonna stop here, I think. Yes. I will do this whole subquest off stream and then come back if the event happens to be a talkie one. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break for today. I did 7 hours of this last night, so I don't want to do more of it. Alright, I'll do all that, I'll explore the area, and then we'll get back to it when it gets to more talkie stuff. So thank you all for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow morning for a while before I leave for the weekend. I won't be back until Monday, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, goodbye, everybody. I love you. Sai loves you too.
Bye.
He says bye. Oh, you probably heard that. Say it louder.
Bye.
Yay. All right. Goodbye, guys.